back to hopefully the last part of the signal from TOLVA. And in this episode we're gonna try to finish off the game in a proper way, which basically means reaching the ending of the game itself. I did really take a look online in regards what and how and why, since all of my signals are discovered and I still don't get the end game. And it looks like we are missing one particular signal. So what we're gonna do is just gonna go to that general area where that signal is and see if that gives us a closure. It's not too far away, and hopefully that's gonna round us up. If not, we're just gonna keep on going, and if we get the end game, I'm just gonna talk a bit more about this game, what I think, what are my impressions, and what's the overall score. Like within 0 to 10 I would actually give this game in terms of technical, graphics and story. So here we are, let's just check. So apparently there is a signal over here, which I have no idea what, how and why. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna recruit some boys. First things first, I'm not even gonna move out without them. So technically this should be a low level area, but we cannot know for sure. There's no way we can know this for sure, so I'm just gonna go on my right. You know what, let's just flank this bunker. Let's just go there. So there's been a lot of discussion in regards about this game. I read some reviews and I must say I kind of side with most of them in regards certain technical aspects of the game. I will not comment anything about the storyline itself, at least not yet. And yeah, we'll get into all this details a bit later on. I mean, throughout all these series and all these parts, you've kind of know my general feelings towards this game. So I'm not gonna say that, you know, suddenly all of that has changed and I'm a different guy. It's not. It is definitely not the case here. Right. I already can see at least 2 enemies. That seems to be a spawn point. Oh, the boys are over there. Oh, hey! Let's take these out first. You are no match against my 2-second reload. And I'm killed. Oh boy. You know what, I am really tempted to just run and gun to that location. Honestly guys, I just can't. I just don't want to do this anymore. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I let's see if I can get a better shield or some shit. I mean, yeah, rank 6. What's the point? I only have 1400 anyway. Can I get a better shield? No, I need 600. Wait, what? This is for 800 force fields and ablation. High capacity. I'm running with 120. Rank. And energy drain is 10%, and all this is just, you know what, let's just go for a bit higher level shield here. 100 calls in assault class kill or drone for a short period. I mean, I don't even know the difference between these two, to be completely fair. Boosted capacity 70, 15, 75. Can we get it? If this heals us better, I'm all in for it. Let's just recruit the boys. Who might actually still be fighting there, to be honest. So let's just run over to them and just see how things goes from there. And yeah, I really just wanna tick the box off that I finished this game. And that's about it. So let's just crawl up and see how you go. So we're here, we have at least one enemy. I don't see the boys. Okay, 2 enemies. I have no idea how many were before. So we'll just go for the one that's actually in the distance. It will also kind of give us an overview of everything else. Okay, so that was a damage unit. Someone else is shooting at us. One more unmarked guy. Shield up, shield up. And I've died again because we have someone with OP weapon there. Great. That is fantastic. I don't even know what I was expecting at this point. There's always someone OP as fuck. Always, doesn't matter where you go. At the very beginning of the game there was no one OP. There was just, you know, mini bosses, stuff like that. Now like just melts through you. And there's no more perks to add. There's literally 0 perks to add. I could go for an area damage, but I think healing myself is a bit more important than doing a temporary area damage thingy, because again it's not gonna re-heal me. Seriously? Oh, these textures are holding me up and others are letting robots shoot through me. I mean that's oh fuck, what happened? Wrong button. At this point I don't even care which button actually does what, to be honest. I just don't. There's no difference. There is literally no difference whatever which button does. There we go. The big melter is there. So 2 deaths later, we can finally recapture this. Great news. Truly amazing. Is there any point of capturing these as a respawn points where you will get spawn killed? No. Zero. Nada. So we found something. And this something is draining my energy. P5. I mean, I'm sorry. So basically, I do believe that these 2 zones still have the signals or something, because on the almighty internet it was showing this place. So let's just quickly go to a bunker here. Oh great, this is already under someone else's control. And this is someone else's control. I mean, cool, we're running out of shit. We're running out of bunkers here. So, are you telling me now I need to go and recapture the bunker that I was spawning in last 3 times? Literally 5 minutes ago. This is worse than Far Cry 2. Where you clear out an outpost or a crossroads, you drive 5 meters. Okay, it's exaggerating. You drive 150 meters. You turn back and there's brand new guys guarding the outpost, literally standing on top of the bodies of the previous guards that you shot half a minute ago. Those who played Far Cry 2, you know what I'm talking about. Those who haven't played Far Cry 2, which is highly unlikely, you can go play it and you will see for yourself. I see them, so come on, tag them. Tag them up. Are they tagged? I don't even think it's those are the bunker guards. Why is someone recapturing the bunker? Oh, great, I just captured it by just walking into it. This is amazing. I can't even. Hazard suit, so we need this apparently. Psionic regulator, of course, right? Adds weird particle shielding and quantum stabilization. Click to buy for 500. And I don't have 500. How fucking ridiculous is that? I don't have 500 units. I have 490. You know what? You know what? I'm just gonna take this one. This looks like it's worth 10. So I'll have 500. If I have 500, that's it. I'm going for that spot. I want to see what is so insanely important there that I need the specific hazmat suit to go there. Communications from all factions are lighting up. Yeah, good. 1, 2. Oh, so there we go. There we go. So after getting the psionic suit, it opened up. end transmission. End all anomalous activity, or this appears to be the source of the signal. Getting too close will corrupt the network. Do not approach. You know what? I think the planet is doing fine. I think it's you guys as robots have something fucked going on, you know? You're robots. There's no such thing as... it basically means you are robots, okay? There's machine algorithm. There's a learning mechanism. Like the machines are dealing with yes or no, percentages, stuff like that. There's no way. There is nothing for them to, you know, like, be jealous about. There's no such thing. There's either this fits, I need it, or I don't need it, I can do something else to get this, right? Or is it required? There's no such thing. In this game, however, there's like some politics. There's some weird shit going on. Someone is just controlling this. I mean, okay, I understand. I'm not like a robot here, right? We're kinda just visiting with the suit, so we can assume that all these different species, but we're talking about some interstellar, intergalactic shit going down here, right? That means we have some aliens with advanced civilization, with advanced weapons, you know, all this shiny shit, that are trying, you know, your best to kind of figure crap out. I mean, I can't say this is futuristic, right? I mean, it's futuristic to the point where we get dropped in, but that's as far as it goes. About everything else, I mean, not really, nah. So I would say this planet deserves to be left alone, quite literally. There's no point for me not to disrupt the signal or destroy this network, whatever it means. So we're just gonna go for it straight up. And let's just end it. I don't know if this is supposed to be the good or bad ending. Apparently there's like multiple endings and multiple choices for them. So, I don't know. Apparently we're close to the signal location, and I need to go to another waypoint to, you know, clear out all the bad shit that's going on. You know what? No. I'm not doing this. You should have stayed off from this planet to begin with. You know, apparently whatever this is, we can just go past it. I'm just gonna sprint for it, honestly. I don't see a point engaging in a firefight in the last stretch of an endgame. Don't go in. I'm going in. Let's overload the network. Let's see how it goes. Let's see what happens. Maybe this game will self-uninstall from my PC. I don't know. Let's just see how it goes and what's the end game gonna be. So rover loadings, yeah, perfect. Something overloaded the system, something maybe all of these ships, all inhabitants are wiped off. That's good. The reason that this guy was telling this, apparently this is the signal we were looking for, which was the main idea of this whole quest, and she said did not go there. I don't like it. I mean, sorry, we went through too much shit to just go to another waypoint because a character we were never familiar with is giving us some weird directions, considering that, you know, we're kind of on our own quest here. Now let's get down to the business in regards to this game itself, right? So storyline definitely is kind of like an indie title, okay? So we have something that we've never seen before. We have some quest for a signal. There's no actual explanation of what this signal will give us, why we are hunting it, why we are flying across the universe looking for this signal, who we actually are. Is that like a, you know, like a spy, just a traveler, a scientist? There's no backstory here, right? Maybe there was some lore that I didn't bother reading for the simple reason, because as for an indie title, this is how they do things. They just like, they drop a lot of stuff in random places, and it's up to you to go and piece it all together like a puzzle, right? But there's no basic introduction, what, how, and why. What you get when you land on this planet is you have to explore the signals, and you just learn there's other factions that are shooting at you, okay? Why? I mean, you do not belong to any faction, so we are not part of any of these factions. We're basically like a traveler. I mean, we should tell them, like, leave me alone, man, right? That's not happening. In terms of technical things, yes, there is some work put into this game, I cannot deny it. Like, as I reviewed at my very first part of all these video series, so there is weapon sway, there is some game mechanics for different types of weapons which do not differ that much. We have the shield system, so we have the perk system, we can call up all the good or bad guys and stuff like that, and I mean, it's all very basic. Now the game performance itself for this game is 2017, right? So from 2017 we actually have quite a few AAA and I would say AA titles that looks better, runs better, and overall is, I would just say, is a bit better in terms of writing, or at least execution of the idea. Now, if I would give a suggestion for this game, probably I would play a remaster of it if there was a bit more content to it, right? So of course we do have additional content like polaric fields or something that comes with this edition, and I'm not gonna go through it. Quite literally, I'm done with signal hunting, because the main way of this game going is you go from point A to point B, and you get resources, and then you buy new stuff, and the higher number your gun has, the better chances of survival you have. As much as this RPG element is supposed to work, it actually doesn't, or I can't actually say it does. Reason being, if I am on rank, so I'll explain, right? So someone will say, oh, you never had the top of the tier gun in this game, and I'll explain, because I don't have to, right? So when it comes to game balancing, first of all, is if I'm, let's call tiers levels, just so I can explain it a bit better. So if I'm level 1 and the map is split into different areas, and each area has a certain type of enemy with a certain level, like level 2, 3, 4, 5, then me as a level 1, if I wander into an area of a level 5, he should literally just wipe the floor with me instantly, okay? I should be one shot. Reason being, he's got better armor, better damage per second, and, you know, overall it's a much tougher enemy. If I have skills or abilities, you know, evade attacks, heal myself often enough, I should be eventually, with great struggle, able to take down level 5, right? So how it works is, with a level being a level 1, you go for level 2 and 3, you get more XP, you level up faster, killing at least a level 1 or 2 above your own level, and they drop better gear, they drop better armor, and that's how you level up. And eventually, if there's a lot of you level 3s, you can just gang up on the level 5, 6, 7, right? Depends on how tough it is and how good your armor or weapons are. In this game, however, if I'm, let's say, level 5, okay, and I don't have the top of the range level 5 gun, okay, let's say I'm running with level 3 gun, yes, I'm outputting less damage. However, if I recruit the bots, right, this is the important part, since this game has this mechanic that you can recruit different robots from different areas, and this is the key. So each area, if it's for the level, that means if I'm in a level 5 area and I am level 5, the bots I'm recruiting should be level 5. So if I'm not rocking the top of the tier guns, that means that they should have at least, if not the same, then better guns. Okay, so if they don't have better guns, they cannot be less than mine, because I'm level 5 and I'm rocking level 3, for example, right? So that means that all these bots I recruit must be level 5 with level 3 guns. There's no chance, or it shouldn't be possible, that they are level 5 and they have level 1 guns. What should be possible is that they are level 5 bots with level 5 guns, which is higher level than I have. So if I have 3 guys with me, they should be able to output more damage than me alone. However, as you can see, more than often, all these guys were destroyed by the enemy, which is technically this level 5 enemy. Which leaves me wondering, do I need to spend my time getting resources, which is literally laying there and then going for the maximum armor, shields, best weapon available, and only then it balances out with the recruits, or they have something else? Because in that case it kind of, you know, takes away the point of recruiting the bots, because that should be the extra muscle here. When it comes to another mechanic, there's no trading option, there's no quick buy option, at least for these points. The only stations you can buy stuff is the bunkers you need to liberate, and as you've just seen in this part, I was away from the bunker, I was like doing my own thing, dying as usual, and I come back and it shows under some other factions control, which is the blue ones. So if you remember, the blues and the reds are hostile towards us, which are yellow. And when we approached the bunker, the only 2 blue things was off in the distance, and when I came to the bunker, it was recaptured by me just walking through the door. But what it tells me is that I was taking away the ability to actually fast travel to this bunker, so I need to leg through all this distance, which in my opinion is bullshit, quite literally. Now, in terms of overall game design, yes, the idea is good. Execution is, you know, I'll give some credit to it. Okay, this is like a brand new world. It's not nice, it's not pretty, it's kind of like, honestly, it's like a map editor and you just like chuck something in to create a map. I mean, this map was, for all it being open world, it's rather linear, right? So you cannot climb over the mountains, there's no shortcuts. You have to go a certain way or certain direction to actually go through the map and back and forth, and fast travel is your only option. Okay, but I mean, of course, just for gameplay length, it's kinda, I can understand why it's being done. Otherwise, if you could just like go back and forth through whichever crevice you want, this game probably wouldn't even take 2 hours to finish, to be honest, because you would just like cross the map, right? So you need to put some boundaries there just to extend this gameplay, drop in different level enemies just to stop you, so you know you spend more time grinding up. In terms of graphics and how the graphical performance is, no, it's not done well. I mean, for the hardware I'm rocking, I'm sorry, for 2017, for a game like this, it makes no sense for the requirements it has. Let's take a look, for the simple reason, the same games, the Far Cry 5. Call of Duty Warzone that everyone's playing just now. I mean, you can play these games on high and ultra settings with 60 frames, sometimes dipping barely below 60, like 59, 56 range. It is definitely unacceptable if a game of this scale goes from low settings of 70, 80 and 90 FPS, it drops to mid or low 30s. That's unacceptable. That's either a memory leak somewhere, or something is not working correctly within the game engine itself or the world itself, or something within the textures is taking up more processing power of the GPU for one separate single task for a split second, and then it goes back to normal, right? So in terms of that, I don't like it. But as an indie title, that is completely fine, to be honest. I did not expect fluid, perfectly made game. That's not how it works. I have no fantasies or no unrealistic expectations when it comes to this. So if I would need to rate this game, right? So this is like the hard part. I'm rating games in my own scale, right? So I'm not doing like the IGN things does, or any other reviewer or testers, right? So I've been testing games for a while. I know how it works, and I would say, for all this effort put into the game, the way it works, the way it looks, what it offers, what you can do, and what's expected of you as a player, I would give it 5 out of 10. For the simple reason, it's kind of like, C plus for effort. I mean, the idea is correct, but the execution is completely wrong, right? So yes, they arrived at the correct answer, right? So you have everything you need to build a game, but the way you reach this end result is just all wrong. You know what I mean? So the equation itself is wrong. You get your answer, sure, but the way you perform this mathematical equation is just wrong. So I'm giving credit for original storyline. I'm giving credit for some, I mean, to be honest, it's only like a couple things realistic in this game, or well, call it realistic, like the weapon sway, the idea of that if you shoot something it leaves bullet holes in it. I take away points from unfinished textures that you can actually see through. I take away from unfinished models and textures where the enemy can shoot me from and I cannot harm him and he can hit me. I take away from overall game performance, which is not giving you a stable frame rate even on rather very capable, well, I would say rather capable hardware. It's not top of the line. We're rocking what, like ancient CPU and pretty okayish, but not fresh, not even mid-fresh GPU here. So all of this, I would say the storyline kind of wins the best. I would say it kind of like gives that, out of 5 the storylines give 3 and the rest is just for these little things, because again there's no explanation who you are, what you want, why you are here. I do believe I could just continue game and just choose another point and see what different is there, but again, all this end game, as you've seen, all this culmination for this end game with different signal was just shooting some, I don't know, things, dashing past some guards, which we've seen before. It's nothing new, there's no new design, nothing surprising, and just jumping into a well and that's it, the game ends, right? There's no all this suspension for this ending was kind of not even built in the first place. There was nothing to expect. There was no plot twist. There was nothing. It's kind of like, as I said, yes, you can slowly explore this world, go back and forth, but that's about it. I mean, how long are you gonna do it? You can scavenge all the materials, buy the best gun, buy the best armor, and that's it. Yeah, you can probably one-shot everyone if you got the top of the tier gun, sure. But then what? You're just gonna go in random places in all this map, which is basically made random, to discover lore? I mean, I highly doubt it. Maybe if this is your only game and you're playing it offline and there's no chance of you ever getting any other game in your life, you might do it, right? But I must say there's far better choices out there, far better choices, even when it comes to interstellar games like this, where you're a robot and you travel and you explore. There's way far too many games that covers this a bit more, and that's about it. So the end rating for this game, in my opinion, is being very generous, is 5 out of 10, and that concludes this game, which is the signal from TOLVA, and we've did it. And thanks for sticking with me. Leave a like, leave a dislike, leave a comment, drop an email with the next request, what you want to see, why you want to see it, or whatever, and I'll see what I can do for you. And on this note, that's pretty much all there is. Have a good one and stay safe.